It's fitting that this figure comes with a horn because it literally blows. Welcome back, true believers. Elite Legend back at you guys with a top 10 Marvel Legends list. I have been destroying my display to create top 10 lists for all of you guys, and today is going to be the ultimate and the final countdown, so to speak, as we take a look at my top 10 Marvel Legends for 2020. For this part of the video, I'm going to need the assistance of Thanos to kind of narrow the field. Whoa! And with just a snap of a finger, Thanos was able to narrow the field down to 12 Marvel Legends. So we see War Machine, Thanos, Electro, SpiderMan, Strong Guy, Doctor Doom, Kang, Silver Centurion Iron Man, Kingpin, Stilt Man, Punisher, Sugar Man, Emma Frost, and a Dumpster Fire. That's 14. Well, we can't put the Dumpster Fire out, so it looks like we have a baker's dozen that will all be competing for just 10 slots. So it's going to get a little down and dirty. So stick with the Elite Legend as we count down the top 10. And number 10 in the countdown is 1/4 of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Hellfire Club box set, none other than the vivacious Emma Frost. One of the reasons Elite Legend was so excited to have this Emma Frost in my collection was, one, because she was a key X-Men villain in the 80s, which is an era of the X-Men that Elite Legend loves, and two, she helped us get rid of the crack-hoe Emma Frost that was in most of our collections, unless you were lucky enough to have a custom. So, Marvel Legends Emma Frost, can you please get rid of crack-hoe Emma Frost using your psionic powers? That was spectacular. And number 9 in the countdown, we have the retro card, Electro. This Electro is fantastic. Elite Legend loves Spider-Man villains, and we were in dire need of a classic retro in our Marvel Legends collections. Now, Toy Biz, I love you, but there is no disputing that this Electro Marvel Legends from Hasbro really crushes. Now, Toy Biz, I love you, and I always will. But the Hasbro Marvel Legends Electro completely destroys the Toy Biz version, which was in dire need of an upgrade. And number 8, from the Spider-Man Retro Wave, we have the Deluxe Kingpin. Now, there is nothing wrong with the 2019 Build-A-Figure Kingpin. The only issue that Elite Legend has with it was not in classic attire. So that is why the retro card Spider-Man Wave Kingpin Deluxe figure, that's a mouthful, that's why this Kingpin is number 8 in the countdown. At number 7 in the countdown, we have the Deluxe Thanos that appears to have been ripped straight from the pages of the Infinity Gauntlet comic books. He came with an additional head that allows you to build a modern King Thanos, and he also has an additional hand that allows you to snap the finger and eliminate the other best Thanos of your Marvel Legends collection. So here we see the Diamond Select Thanos that was a staple in Elite Legends collection for many years until we received this Hasbro Deluxe Thanos. Whoa! Now I know what you're thinking. How in the blue hell did War Machine make it to number 6 in Elite Legends countdown? Surely he should have been number 1. Now, that may be true, but Elite Legend is nothing if not incredibly biased. Since War Machine is not a necessarily classic character, he doesn't get much higher than number 6 in Elite Legends countdown, but the fact that he is number 6 is an accomplishment in and of itself. He is the best deluxe figure, rider, or multi-pack figure of 2020 in my book, but only number 6 in Elite Legends' personal top 10 countdown of Marvel Legends for 2020. Let's get one more glimpse at that beautiful, beautiful War Machine. And number 5 in the countdown, we have one of Elite Legends' most eagerly anticipated Marvel Legends of all time, the Daredevil classic villain known as Stilt Man. Now, for every hand ninja figure that you purchase, you have the opportunity to make your Stilt Man grow, and you see here, this is using 2 hand ninjas, and this Stilt Man is impressive. The only reason he's not on the 360 for you to appreciate him is because he kept falling down. So for those of you that are going to build massive Stiltmans, you're going to probably want to have something in hand to stabilize the Stiltman, because this is just two hand ninjas and you can see he's wobbling around. This figure is simply incredible. There you see him with his blaster, with his briefcase full of money. This Stiltman is incredibly beautiful. I love the deco. I love the metallic look. This guy is great. Very simple, but effective. At number 4, we have the interdimensional badass known as Kang the Conqueror. This figure is a much-needed addition to our Marvel Legends collections, a much-needed upgrade to the impressive Toy Biz figure, and we're going to take a look at that in a moment, but this is a character that Elite Legend loves. He's a classic Fantastic Four and Avengers villain, and he is going to be a big part of the MCU, so this figure is going to start to creep up there in popularity. Luckily, Elite Legend has 2 of this bad guy. One of the main points of contentions that I have with this Kang figure is that he's a little bit small, but when you take a look at the Kang that we had in our collections prior to this Marvel Legends Hasbro version, you can see that he completely dwarfs the Toy Biz. But let's not take anything away from the Toy Biz. Incredible articulation. The paint work on this is simply fantastic. So I don't want to throw too much shade at this Toy Biz figure, because this was actually one of their finest. If only he weren't so thin, this guy would still be in my Fantastic Four setup. But the number 4 spot is not about the Toy Biz Kang. It is about the Marvel Legends Kang, and I am very happy to have this guy in my collection. At number 3, we have a figure that arguably could have been number 1 in an Elite Legends countdown. However, Elite Legend, kind of like the other 2 figures, a little bit more, obviously. Now, taking nothing away from this Spider-Man, this is the best 6-inch Spider-Man created by either Hasbro or Toy Biz. Fight me on that one in the comments. But this figure is a much-needed upgrade to the terrible body sculpt that was used on the Pizza Spider-Man. I know a lot of you love it. Elite Legend personally hates it. The only thing that would have made this figure better was getting maybe a web effect like this, and perhaps having a waist rotation. But otherwise, this figure was incredible. I love it, and it is number 3 in Elite Legends Countdown. At number 2 in the countdown, we have a figure that could have easily been number 1. We have the Silver Centurion, Iron Man. This was a Walgreens exclusive. It is the Iron Man of Elite Legends childhood. I have so many fond memories of Tony Stark in this armor, and I have fond memories of finding this in the wild after several weeks of disappointment while trying to hunt him down at Walgreens. But there is a lot of thrill in the hunt, and finding what you want in the wild is always satisfying, which is very difficult to do when you're living out in the country in Illinois. But number 2, Silver Centurion, Iron Man. We've reached the point of the countdown where we are right about to go over the number 1 pick for 2020. So there are 3 honorable mentions. When Thanos snapped his finger, he narrowed the field down nearly in half. We ended up with a baker's dozen instead of 12. So here are the 3 honorable mentions from left to right. We have the Sugar Man Build-A-Figure, the Riders Punisher, and the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure. All strong entries. Each one of these figures could have easily been in the top 10, but Elite Legend is incredibly biased, and I lean more towards classic renditions of characters. Strong Guy and Sugar Man made their first appearances in the 90s, and this is a more modern-looking Punisher. So that is why these guys were not ranked higher.
Hey, Guido, how about some of that booty?
Thanks, Guido. Tell me how you really feel. Oh shit. At number 1, you must now bow to the glory of doom. This is from the Fantastic Four Retro Wave. The soft goods cape is a custom. It is wired and it allows you to be able to see the jetpacks that were included in this particular figure. He comes with additional flame effects, a brighter color scheme than the Super Skrull Doctor Doom that came out early in 2020. So I much prefer the lighter green. It hits me more in the nostalgia button. He also has a lighter colored armor. This is a simply beautiful figure. I love the effects that he has in his hands. There is no greater villain in the Marvel Universe than Doctor Doom. Let me know in the comments below who's your favorite villain in the Marvel Universe and who is your top Marvel Legends figure of 2020. For me, it is Doctor Doom. So there you have it, folks. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Elite Legends list? What's your personal top 10 Marvel Legends of 2020? We had a big year in 2020, a lot of figures to choose from. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Elite Legends list? Drop a like, drop a dislike. Let me know what your top list is. And if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can be alerted to all of Elite Legends' next videos. Check out my Marvel Legends playlist. I have a lot of other top 10 lists in there, and I drop content daily, so you don't want to miss it. And until next time, make mine Marvel.